Girl, it is time to lock in, okay? We're not playing around no more. We are not playing around no more, baby. Let's get into it. I don't know if y'all have heard about the great lock-in between September and December for this year or every year. Baby, this is the time to really lock in and become very disciplined so that you can go into 2026 feeling like your best self, sis. Y'all already know the slogan, new year, new me, baby. That's the type of vibe I'm trying to be on for 2026. Absolutely. First things first, y'all, is getting rid of the bad habits and the excuses. Heavy on the excuses. When I tell you people make excuses for things that they don't want to do, baby, if you want to commit to something, you will do it. You will find a way. There will be no excuse for it. For me personally, I found myself making excuses because I knew I was not ready to make a change. You had to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, because if you find yourself still making excuses for why you can't do the things that you want to do, or the things that you set aside to do, or the goals that you created for yourself, nobody else came up with these goals but you. However, when it comes time to actually execute, you have every reason under the sun as to why you can't do it. Why do you think that's the case? I personally just think that it means that you're just not ready yet, which is fine. But now, it's not fine. It was fine in the beginning of the year. It was fine in the middle of the year, baby. End of the year, it's time to lock in. So leave the excuses and get some discipline. Get serious. This is the time, y'all. This is the time. It is called the Great Lock-In for a reason. Second tip I have for the Great Lock-In, y'all, is trying to create a morning routine. Y'all already know how it get in the fall and the winter. It start getting cold. It start getting dark early. People start feeling sad and depressed. I personally have never went through any type of seasonal depression. However, I do know, based off social media, a lot of people say they go through that, and I personally just think that something that could help, I'm not saying that this could resolve it, but I think something that could help is creating a morning routine. A morning routine for me is something that I look forward to. Every day is not the same. I understand every day you are not gonna feel like getting up and doing a whole routine, but it does not have to be so dramatic. I think when most people think about a morning routine, they just think it has to be so many steps. A morning routine for me is personalized. I created a morning routine for myself. I don't look at it to be very long and a whole lot of steps, but it's something that I look forward to, and it's something that brings me joy, because I know, especially with working a 9 to 5, y'all, I know that that time to myself is very important, because I get a chance to pour into myself, and I get a chance to go to the gym and take care of myself, do my teas, do my walks, whatever the case may be. And I personally think that a morning routine can help you feel better. It can boost your energy. It can make you feel like it's something to look forward to, especially if you work a 9 to 5. Heavy on if you work a 9 to 5. And I understand everybody's lives are different. I understand people have children. Listen, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I am saying that if you can, try to incorporate a morning routine, especially before it starts getting cold and dark. Girl, listen, I am not looking forward to it. I love the summer. It makes me feel good. I just always have energy anyway. But out of everything, that is definitely high on my list for a morning routine. Tip number 3 I have is creating a to-do list or a calendar to write out everything that you need to do the day before. I love a to-do list, girl, okay? And I recently just got a new calendar, which I'm excited about. But a to-do list speaks to me. I personally love a to-do list because it holds me accountable. I use my notes app on my iPhone. I don't really have like a to-do list in my calendar, but I do love putting it in my notes because I can pin it at the top, and I literally just edit it on a day-to-day basis. Like, I put the date at the top, to-do list, and then I list everything that I need to make sure I get done that day. And for me, it brings me satisfaction by seeing myself checking off everything. Now, I will say, try to limit the amount of things you put on your to-do list, because you can easily become overwhelmed if you try to add every little thing. I say personally go for a top 5. A top 5 every day, or a top 3 every day. Main things you know for a fact, this is my priority for today. You know, it's something that you can be accountable for. It's something that you can check off the list, and you can say, you know what, I actually did that. Give myself a pat on the back today. I don't know about y'all, but baby, I love giving myself a pat on the back, or a little clap, or a little something to make me feel good about doing everything that I said I was gonna do that day. I just recently started like writing out the things I need to do in long form. Like if I know I have to film or record or edit, and this personally for me for YouTube and social media, but you can put on there whatever you feel you may need to do. But I feel like the calendar, as long as the space is there, that's like your time to like really write out everything you want to make sure you do. The to-do list is kind of like short and simple. I look at the calendar to be more like elaborated, like you're really going into detail. And I also feel like, you know, with the calendar, you can plan it out like on a weekly basis versus the to-do list. For me personally, I use that on a day-to-day basis. So both are very useful. Both will increase your productivity for sure, and both will hold you accountable if you are a person that lacks accountability. Not to be funny, I'm just being honest because I've gone through it as well. So that is definitely another tip that I can say for a lock-in, baby. Lock in with the calendar and the to-do list, sis. Another tip I have, which I should have listed as number 1, is changing your mentality, which I know is not easy. It's not just a switch, you know, it is really not. You really have to actually motivate yourself and actually want it bad enough in order for you to truly lock in. I know for me personally, using myself an example, it took me a while to really lock into the things that I knew that I wanted. I always thought about it and I always said, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or just seeing myself in a higher space, you know, elevated space. But I just was like, no, I'm not ready yet, or oh, just making excuses, or no. But when I got tired, baby, when I got tired, my mind changed. And I really think that your mind really don't change until you are fed up. Okay, you know how they say the ladies don't leave their relationship sometimes until they are fed up. I feel like that's the same case when it's time for you to make some type of change in your life that you may have already wanted to make. And I personally think that is needed right now, and it's definitely needed before the new year, because you want to go into the new year with a fresh mind, a motivated mind, a positive mentality, and you just ready to go. You know what I mean? That's how I like to go into the new year. I don't set too many crazy goals. I like to just go in it with good vibes, good energy, a strong mindset, baby, because that is everything. Next tip I have is trying to tidy up or clean up your space. Now, do not fight me, girl, because I know it's not easy if you have children. And I will always say that because I don't have children, and I know that a lot of things that I recommend or suggest or try to give advice on, it's easy coming from me as someone that does not have children or that type of responsibility. So I always want to make sure I acknowledge that. However, I also want to acknowledge the fact that I do have a lot of women, like in my step challenge that I have, a lot of women with kids, and just seeing how they are able to still do the things that they want to do around their children while still being there, that to me is everything. So when I say tidy up your space, tidy up for what you deem as suitable for you in order for you to properly function. Because I don't know about you, girl, but if my crib is a mess and I need to put my clothes away, or I got makeup everywhere because I am a girl, I'm just a girl, like y'all say, I'm just a girl. I sometimes have chaos in my apartment, and it's just me. Anytime that's the case, I personally just cannot think straight. I don't want to do anything. I'm lounging, I'm laying in the bed, I'm taking a nap with the clothes on the bed, okay? Because I know you done did that before. Don't be judging me, girl. I will lay on this bed with clothes piled up that I need to fold, and then get right under the cover and take a nap. So for me, I know for a fact that if you have a tidy space, a clean space, it helps you with your productivity. It makes you feel like, okay, I actually want to do something now. Like, it smells good in here, it's clean in here, I'm feeling good. Okay, now all of a sudden I got some energy. I'm laughing, but I'm serious, y'all. So if you can, try to maintain a tidy space. Clean up, you know, after yourself. It don't have to be perfect, because like I said, girl, I still be having my place a little mess, but I do have to work on that, and I understand that it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but it's something that is going to help you with this lock-in period and then taking it on into the new year. Next tip I have is putting yourself together even when you don't feel your best. And it don't have to be even when you don't feel your best, but even when you are feeling your best, girl, you just gotta like do something to make you feel good. For me, y'all be seeing me in the mornings, okay? If y'all watch my shorts, girl, I like to do the thing. I like to do my gloss, my brows, my lashes, you know what I'm saying? To make me feel good and cute before I go to the gym. That is what I'm talking about. Implementing that will help you, and in my opinion, opinion, because I feel like, for me personally, like, I'm just being real, y'all. When I have my hair done or got some lip gloss on or my eyebrows done, it don't even have to be my hair done, because sometimes my hair be wrapped up most of the time, y'all. Y'all know I work out a lot. Any little thing that I add, some earrings, a necklace, like just little stuff like that, just puts me in a good mood. We all about a good mood, because the good mood for this lock-in period is how we are going to get things done. We're trying to keep the energy high, the levels high. That way we can feel motivated and productive. So I personally think throwing something on that's decent, that makes you feel good, put a little makeup on if you want to, girl, whatever you feel you need to do. I know if I'm walking around the house, my hair all over my head, girl, I don't feel like doing nothing, okay? Because I don't feel good. I don't think I look cute. But the moment I do a little something with my hair, put a little gloss on, girl, now all of a sudden I want to clean up. Next tip I have is, of course, moving your body or doing some form of physical activity during this time and going forward, baby. Y'all need to get the walking pads, okay? Get the walking pads for the fall and the winter. I know you probably don't want to go out in the cold and go to the gym, but baby, we not making those excuses no more. You can be home, watch a YouTube fitness video, do a workout at home. I'm here for any type of movement, baby. If you want to walk around the kitchen 20 times, jump rope in the garage, girl, whatever, okay? Just move the body. Move the body. The more you move the body, the better you will feel. And that is needed for this lock-in time. The moment you start feeling like you don't want to do stuff and just laying around, next thing you know, the next month go by, the next month go by, and then the new year here, and you saying you ready to do everything you wanted to do when you could have got a head start 3 months ago. That's the reason why this video is coming out now. 3 months before the new year. So you can implement these things now. Next tip I have for the great lock-in, baby. Y'all already know the diet. The diet, the diet, the diet. We gotta get it together, sis. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. We about to be cozy, warm, you know, snuggled up with our man this fall, this winter. You know, I get it. Next thing you know, the relationship weight come. And then you trying to get yourself together before summer next year. No, man, we not doing that. We ain't doing that. Nope. So we can start making changes now. It does not have to be drastic. It does not have to be drastic. You don't have to all of a sudden tomorrow want to do 75 hard. Like, you don't have to do that, sis. You don't. You can just start small. Start small. Now, if you want to do 75 hard, go for it, sis. You on your own with that one. I ain't doing that. But on a serious note, you can definitely start making small changes with your diet and just incorporating more like healthy foods. I'm not sure what your diet is right now, but I do know that it's very, very easy to fall into that snacking, laid up, booed up, cuddled up. I know you can do that easily because I've done it, you know, especially in the winter and the fall. This is the time where we can, you know, cuddle up and eat with our man and do all the things, but we gonna keep it cute. Okay, we're gonna keep it cute. And your partner should be locked in with you, girl. Like, you shouldn't be the only one locked in. This could be a relationship lock-in. The great lock-in in the relationship. Y'all can do this together. Because one thing about my man, we gonna go to the gym together. One thing about my man, we gonna eat healthy together. We don't play. Now, when we want to cheat and do things, we can do that, you know, but most of the time we are doing things healthy together. So if you can implement that with your partner, that would be even better. Another tip I have is give yourself grace during this lock-in period, because out of all the things I'm naming, y'all, it is a lot. It can be a lot, and it does not all have to be done at the same time, right? You can implement the things that I'm suggesting, you know, periodically whenever you feel is suitable for you. So throughout this journey, I always want to say this, y'all, give yourself grace. There is no rush. You don't have to rush, because who are you competing with? You're not competing with anybody. This is something that you are doing for you to make you a better person. So with that being said, give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, because it could be a lot of just lock in, do this, do that, do that. You know, I get it, you know, especially on the internet, and I'm a part of it, clearly. However, I am also a person that will tell you to slow down, give yourself grace, take time for yourself, enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm heavy on that as well. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself for stuff, but I also know when it's time to relax and give myself grace and give myself a pat on the back. And that is something that a lot of people don't really suggest, because they just want to push you, go hard, do this, do that, do that, do that. And sometimes it can be a lot because it's like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not ready to do that yet. However, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it. Just give me some time. Give me some time. Let me slow walk it, you know? So I get it. Give yourself grace during this time, girl, because you will need it. The last tip I have for this great lock-in is be serious, be committed, and affirm yourself. Affirm yourself. Congratulate yourself. Tell yourself, good job. You did good today. Look at you. You did everything on your to-do list today. Oh my gosh, you did everything from your calendar today. Oh my gosh, I got my workout in today. Oh, I got my steps in today. Oh, I put some lip gloss on today. Girl, I don't care if it was something small. Congratulate yourself. Affirm yourself. I look beautiful today. Even though I'm sweaty and I'm hot, I just got a good workout in. I feel good. You know what I mean? Like, talk to yourself. Make yourself feel like that girl because you are that girl. I know I'm that girl, so you that girl. You know what I mean? And be excited for the person that you want to be. Like, it's so exciting to know that you can start fresh and you can just literally implement things that you may not be used to doing. And then you see the results and you feel amazing. And then you're like, oh my goodness, I want to keep doing this. And I want to do it again and do it again and do it again. And then next thing you know, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle and it's something that you feel like, okay, I know when I can, you know, do this and do that, because that's where I'm at right now. Like, I know what's too much, when it's time to reel it in, but then I'm also enjoying myself, but then I know to keep it cute. You know what I mean? But that took a long time. That took years for me to become this way now. So start fresh. I'm so excited. Like, the great lock-in, I love this idea. I saw it on TikTok and I said, yes, I absolutely have to make a video about that because I am here for it. Like, this is Q4, sis. It's almost time for the new year in a couple of months and we are going into this year strong, baby. So anyway, I hope that my tips helped y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for all the support on my videos, and comment below what you feel you want to implement from anything that I have suggested for today. Bye, girl.